this video, I'm going to explain the differences between the 2006 and the 2018 version of the Ibanez SA260FM. Let's start with the pickups. So this older version has a Tru Duo humbucker with Axis single coil pickups, while this newer version has a Quantum humbucker with resolution single coil pickups. I think that the pickups in this newer version, they sound a bit better and not as dull as in the older version. And this is something that you'll hear later in this video clip while I do a side-by-side playing comparison of both of these guitars in the various pickup configurations. Another difference in the electronics is this older version has coil splitting, while this newer version does not have coil splitting. However, that's a feature that I can live without, because I noticed that when I split the coil, I don't notice that much difference tonality wise. The only thing I hear is that the volume drops a little bit when you split the coils. And this is something that you'll hear later in this video clip. Next, I'm going to talk about tone woods. So I actually think that this older version has better tone woods, because this older version has a mahogany back, while this newer version has an akume back. And when I was researching the differences between mahogany versus akume, I noticed that they both have similar tonal properties. However, mahogany is twice as sturdy as akume. And this can be an advantage if you accidentally drop your guitar, which is something I did in the gig about 7 years ago. I was doing a guitar flip, and even though I had strap locks on, the guitar broke loose from the strap and fell straight on the floor. And because of that, I've got this dent right here on this body. But that was the only damage that I had. If the same thing had happened to this newer version, I'm not sure if it would have sustained the impact as well, because akume is not as sturdy as mahogany. So I might have a bigger dent on the body, or there might be some structural internal damages inside this body. I don't know. Both of these guitars have a maple top, and they both have a maple neck as well. This older version has a traditional rosewood fingerboard, while this newer version has a Jacoba fingerboard. So now I'll talk about some of the minor differences. This newer version has string trees on the headstock, while this older version does not have string trees. And we'll look at the tuners. This older version has the traditional tuners on it, while this newer version has locking tuners. However, I don't think these are the tuners that originally came with this model. I think that the previous owner swapped out the tuners with locking tuners, because I noticed that I have these drilled holes in here, which is where I think the original tuners were installed. Alright, so right now I've got the pickup selected on the bridge position with the tones rolled all the way up. For this older version of the SA260FM, in the bridge position, it also has coil split feature, so I'm going to coil split the humbucker right now. Okay, so right now I've got the pickups in the second position. I think that this position has a pretty nasally and twangy sound, which I think is good for some funky stuff. So let's try it out. Second position, because of the twanginess, I think it's pretty good for a country sort of tone. It sort of reminds me of a Chet Atkins Gretsch sort of tone, even though I'm playing a solid body Ibanez. I think it sort of rings sort of that Gretsch sort of tone. So let me demonstrate. So I'm in the third pickup position right now, or the middle pickup, and to me this middle pickup has got that sort of single coil Fender-esque Stratocaster type tone going on, something that sounds sort of like when you listen to Jimi Hendrix playing on the clean piano sort of vibe going on. So let me demonstrate. Right, so I'm in the fourth position. Really, I don't notice anything that jumps out to me about the fourth position pickup. To me, it sounds pretty similar to the third position or the next position too. Then sort of neck pickup, and usually you associate this pickup position with sort of dark tones like the Eric Clapton whammy tone or sort of dark jazz tones. This guitar, even the neck position is not that dark, it's still like pretty bright, so I'm gonna sort of dial down the tone knob to make it sound sort of like more bassier. I'll try to play some samples of music usually associated with the neck pickup. I'm gonna demonstrate playing this guitar on the distortion channel right now. Throw some dirt on it. So I got the pickup back on the bridge position, so you're gonna hear the full impact of the humbuckers. And then I've got my gain up here on 3 because right now I'm sort of into sort of a blues rocky, classic rock sort of tone on it, and then this is a very high gain amp. So I feel that if I crank it, the distortion beyond 3, it sort of gets sort of fizzy into more heavy metal sort of territory. So I'll keep the gain on 3 right now. And also I know that a lot of people that get into Ibanez guitars is because of the fast action and the speed. So I'll try to demonstrate sort of some shreddy sort of playing on it too. So. I'm now going to subject this guitar to some heavy whammy bar use, and we'll see how well it stays in tune afterwards. So. Pretty close. Well, I'm going to check with the tuner and tune up my guitar so you can see how much it got off tune. So. So only the high E string was a little sharp after using the whammy bar. So I noticed in the older model, I try to play the tremolo as much on both guitars, but I noticed on the older model, some of the strings were a little more sharp than the newer model. So I hope this video was pretty helpful for you. In summary, the older version has better tone woods, but the newer version has better pickups. I also think the newer version, when I was using the tremolo bar, it stayed in tune better, but that could be because of the locking tuners on the headstock. Let me know what you think.